The first 5 years at the Food Project on the North Shore were really about setting up the youth crews, creating the farms, and figuring out the food distribution network and partners that helped us get food to food insecure people. And I would say in 2010 and 11, I started feeling this real shift in what the role of the Food Project was in Lynn and on the North Shore as a whole. And I think it really started with a Saturday morning where I met up with the Root and Dirt crew to work on a project, and the second I showed up, they said, "What happened?" Sort of taken aback, and I said, "You're gonna have to give me a little more than that." And they said, "The food at school is so much better at all the high schools. What happened?" And I said, I don't really know. Like, some of us have been trying to get that to happen, but I'm not sure that anything that we did was actually that important, so I don't know. And they said, "Oh." And I said, "Well, what are you going to do about it?" And they said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, somebody did something that is clearly very meaningful to you. How are they going to know that it's meaningful to you if you don't let them know?" And they said, "Great, well, we'd like to thank somebody." So I said, "Why don't we ask if we can present to the school committee?" They said, "That's great." So we got together with girls from Girls Inc., and we went and presented to the school committee. And they went in and testified in front of the school committee about what these changes had meant to them. And I stood in the back of the room and watched them as they talked about, not having to get junk food after school on the way to their after-school job because they could eat healthy food at school, running track with healthy food, having eaten healthy food instead of 2 bags of chips, and just all these different stories about what the real change in their life was, what the effect was of having good food at school. And I'll never forget, at the end, when they were done talking, the mayor got this big smile on her face, and she leaned forward and she said, "Do you know, in all the years that I've been on the school committee, no one has ever thanked us for anything until now." And from that moment on, whether it was working with the mayor's office or working with the schools or the school committee, that kind of respect and gratitude that our youth showed to that group of people came back to us 100-fold.